What's up guys, welcome to the video. So this is a question that I've been getting a lot lately, and it's, like, how has your training plan changed or not changed, and what are you doing different and or the same in terms of nationals? Let me turn down the tour here real quick. And in all honesty, we have been training since the spring as if I was going to nationals, even before the qualification, has come through. So what I wanted to do today was I wanted to take you through what my typical Saturday training day would look like. So I have a long bike today. It's a 2.5 hour bike, and then I have about a 45-minute run coming off the bike. So I just wanted to take you guys through that, kind of give you an idea as to what's going on a typical Saturday for me. And you can kind of get a look at what the training that I'm doing. So I'll see you guys in the next clip. That's it, warm up done. Next portion is hour and 15, straight zone 2. It's not gonna be very interesting. You gotta get it done. Left in the hour and 15 zone 2, and after that it's straight into 3 by 12 minutes in zone 3 with 3 minutes recovery in zone 2, and a 15-minute cool down straight into the run. Seconds left here on this easy zone 2, and it's back at it. Last 12-minute interval in zone 3. Not gonna lie, it's gonna fucking hurt a lot. Gotta get it. What's up, guys? So that's it. The bike is done. 2.5 hours, just over 50 miles. Off on the run now, and the run is more zone 3 repeats. So it's 8 times, 3 minutes in zone 3, 1 minute easy, and then a nice easy 10-minute cool down. So I'm actually going to go outside and do that, even though it's really muggy, really hot. Gonna go get that in, and then I'll check in with you guys after this, let you know how I feel. What's up, guys? All right, so as you can see, I am back from the run. I actually just jumped in the pool, and so I got everything done, and I just wanted to kind of go through the rest of the workout, what was happening, what was going on, in my head, and what was going on with the workout. And then I wanted to also kind of share a little piece of information with you, a little piece of value. So as for the run, it was supposed to be 8 by 3 minutes in zone 3. I was going off of zone 3 heart rate, and then it was 1 minute easy, so a total of 4 minutes. And you did that 8 times, and then I had a 10-minute cool down. So I took off on the first one directly off the bike, and it's hot. Like, it's really hot and it's really muggy. That's why I was going off of heart rate, and it was a real struggle to keep my heart rate in that zone 3. So it was very hard for me to stay in zone 3, the heart rate, and I just watched my pace suffer. So this was 42 minutes on the nose, and I did 3.72 miles for an average pace of 11 minutes and 18 seconds per mile. That is not a typical 3-mile run for me, and it's, my paces are usually a little bit faster than that. It was a huge mental battle to get that run done. My legs were tired. That last 45 minutes of the bike set, that was 3 by 12 minutes in zone 3 power. That was tough. That was ripping pretty good, and I don't have a fan downstairs where I ride my bike. So I know a lot of people prefer to ride with a fan. I'm sure if I probably rode with a fan, my heart rate wouldn't have gone up as high and my power numbers would have stayed the same, but I was going off of my power for the bike. So my power was in zone 3, but my heart rate was up higher. And then, obviously for the run, my heart rate was just absolutely skyrocketing, and that's because of the heat. So what a lot of people try and do is they try and go out and hold these paces because they want to hold these paces, whether it be 9 minutes per mile, 20 miles an hour on the bike, whatever your paces may be. So maybe you want to hold like a 6-minute mile on the run. People go out and they try and hold these paces and just completely ignore their heart rate. And so it's, I'm a firm believer in the heart rate training, and I really like the heart rate training. Sometimes it's a pain in the ass on a hot day like this, where you are running significantly slower or riding significantly slower than you want to, because you're following along by the heart rate. But, as a coach and an athlete, I can promise you that you will see the gains. It is just something where it takes a little bit longer, and you just got to trust that process. The other thing that I wanted to address is the fact that I did have a 2.5-hour ride today, and my A race this year is an Olympic distance. And a lot of people ask me, why am I doing a 2.5-hour bike ride if I'm doing an Olympic distance race? The Olympic distance bike is not going to take me 2.5 hours, and that is a valid point that they have. My goal, and I think my coach's goal as well, is to stay Olympic / 70.3 fit. I am going to be doing a 70.3 in September. It's exactly 1 month after nationals, which is the Olympic distance. So, that's that's our goal, is to be somewhere in there. In these coming weeks, we're going to dial back the volume and the I'm losing my train of thought. I have training brain right now. We're going to dial back the volume, the amount of time that I spend training, and we're going to up the intensity. So I'll be having, I'm sure, a lot more speed work here in the coming weeks for what's going to be going on. So that is what my goal is. Now, your goal may be different. In the first vlog episode that I did, I said that I wanted to qualify for Worlds at the Nationals Olympic distance. Now, I know that that's not going to happen this year, but you got to trust the process. So I have to build up that base, and I have to have a really good base, which at this point in time, I do have a solid base, but obviously there's always room to grow. So my goals are different than your goals. That's why I have a 2.5 hour ride, even though my A race is an Olympic distance. Somebody who is maybe doing an Olympic distance for the first time, their long ride could possibly be an hour, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours at most. But even for an Olympic distance, for some people, 2 hours, that's pretty excessive. Depending on what your goals are. So everybody's different. But that is the reasoning for me having a 2.5 hour ride. It is a question that I get an awful lot. If you have any other questions about my training, setting up heart rate zones, training in the heat, anything like that, you can always leave it in a comment below, or you can shoot me a DM directly, DMs on Facebook and or Instagram, and I think that's about it. So that's a day of training for me, little over 3 hours. I got my pineapple shirt on. As you can see, we're going to have a little going away party here for my brother who is moving to Florida. And that's about it. So I'm going to go probably eat all the foods right now. Maybe get either coffee or a Red Bull, and just hang out for the rest of the day. So again, thank you guys very much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please hit the thumbs up, like button. It's just going to help me grow my channel. It's going to help me get out there and get some of this information and this story to some people who definitely could benefit from it. So I would really appreciate that. And